All right, Wrestle Nation, let's get into it. I'm sorry for the long videos today, but obviously I had a lot to say with a couple of these. I don't normally have that much to say. I'm usually short and straight to the point. But Women's Evolution Part 2, we left off on the Rhea Ripley Io Sky match. Let me start that match. Let me start that how I started the last video. But this is your Women's Evolution review Part 2. So, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, your champion your current champion at the time versus your challenger Rhea Ripley. This match, just like all the wrestler matches that they're in together, did not disappoint. Whether it's a tag match or a solo match with Rhea and Io, they put on a show when they're in the same ring. Whew. So obviously, we know the history between these two. Rhea's never beaten Io. Last time that Io actually beat her for that title, like about 2 weeks before WrestleMania, and then beat her at WrestleMania, even though Rhea didn't take the pin in that. But anyways, this match was easily match of the night, match of the month, match of the year. This match started off with respect. At one point, Rhea said that Io said, "I respect you." Rhea said, "I respect you. Now let's fight." And they went back and forth, back and forth. They hit each other with high impactful moves. Io hit her with aerial assaults. At one point, you know, they went back and forth. Io hit her with them fist things she does, kicks, jumps off the top rope, cross bodies. Rhea was hitting her with punches and body slams. Putting her, at one point I think she had put her in a submission move. I mean, these two put on a show, guys. And at one point, Io did a drop kick off the top rope and missed and ended up hitting Jessica Carr. And then they fought. Rhea ended up right after that hitting the riptide, but there was no rip. She kicked the ropes. You could maybe see a heel turn coming right there. And then they fought to the outside after that. And they fought all the way to the audience. And at one point, they have that equipment cases that they have set up. Io was beating her up towards them. Rhea was beating them. And then finally, she had climbed up on one of them. There's like three of them stacked high. And once you get top, it's like 15 feet out at one point. They were on the first one. I think Rhea was going to try and suplex her or body slam her off. And Io countered, knocked Rhea down. Got up to the top and jumped and did a crossbody about 15 feet in the air. I mean, Io, that's another one of them great Io moments that we'll remember forever. Then they fought back to the ring. And they fought a little bit longer, and then Rhea was on the top rope at one point. I think she was going to go for a riptide out the top. Io hit a Spanish fly, and they were both down. And at this point, you knew the match was going to end shortly after that. You either knew Io was getting up, and she was going to hit the moonsault, or Rhea, they were both going to come to, and Io was going to go up top. Rhea was going to grab her, do the riptide, and win the match. I mean, like I said, this is match, not just match of the night, but maybe match of the year, boys. I had so many emotions. This match had so many emotions. At one point, you had shock. You had awe. You thought Rhea was going to turn. You were there for it. The moments where Io jumped up 15 feet in the air onto Rhea, you're like, oh my, that was one of them, oh my God moments. But yeah, then at the end, I'm just sorry we didn't get a solid winner out of this because, you know, Naomi had to be a butthole and come out and cash in and ruin a great match. But like I said, this match, 5 out of 5 for me. 5 out of 5 stars. Hell, 10 out of 10. No, 1,000 out of 1,000 star match for me. But since it don't go that high and it only goes to 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars for me for this match. Obviously, I said I was going to start doing match of the night, favorite match. And I said my favorite match may not always be the best match, but in this case, the best match of the night was also my favorite match of the night. Best match of the night, Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Favorite match of the night for Women's Evolution for me was Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. There are 4 moments of the night, a tie tonight, tie in this one, guys. Obviously, 3 of them are in the Battle Royal. The first one was when Stephanie McMahon was going to do the bouncy, was going to do the Devil's Kiss to Nikki, and Chelsea ruined it and did the whole way, went like this, no, no, no. And then later in the match, she got Chelsea with it. And this is your first moment of the night for me. And it's a moment of the night just not because who she did it to, because Chelsea is highly annoying. I'm not a Chelsea Green fan. I just find her very annoying. And then when she started doing the devil's kiss to Chelsea, and Wade goes, "It's bouncy, bouncy time." Just Wade saying that out of Wade Bear's mouth, what? It just cracked me up. I was laughing so hard. And then the second match, moment night, is when she did it to Lash Legend on the outside and threw her out the ring, and then tossed her off the ring apron after that to win, for Stephanie to win. And then Stephanie won. Then Stephanie went on to win after second moment night when Stephanie did the devil's kiss to Lash on the outside of the ring apron, and then kind of just chucked her to the side and won the match. I'm a huge Stephanie fan, so, and my buddy who has the same name as me is a huge Stephanie fan, so we were happy to see that. Third moment night actually came in this match as well when Kaylani Jordan, one of the NXT girls, got thrown out, but she didn't hit her feet. She landed on people that were sitting out there, and she climbed up on the announce table, and she's trying to figure out how to get back in. Then she had the Kofi moment with the handstand and got back in the ring. So then the 70 back here is two devil kisses and Kaylani Jordan doing the Kofi handstand walk back to the ring from the announce table were three of my moments of the night. And the fourth one that tied them three moments for moment of the night for me was Naomi cash in. See, now I'm one who likes the new Naomi character. When she came back with the baby, she's always been a baby face. I've always said they should turn to them, one of them girls, they should turn her heel one time just to see how it goes. If it doesn't get perceived well, you can turn her face. I mean, look, they did that with Becky, and she got the Stone Cold treatment. Even though she was heel, she got cheered. People still cheer Naomi, so Naomi cash in. She deserves that. I mean, like, I honestly hope it's just not, honestly hope it's not a short title run like she's going to lose at SummerSlam. That would be, I find stuff like that pointless to have someone cash in if you're just going to have them lose a month later. But anyways, for the whole night, for the pay-per-view, so that moment of the night as well, with the three moments of the night from the Battle Royal, Naomi cashing in was my fourth moment of the night. And then, even though I wish she wouldn't have, we could have got a solid end to Io, and I wish we still got I wish we could have still got a solid ending to Rhea, and I wish Naomi wouldn't have cashed in right there, so we still could have got a solid finish, an actual finish to Rhea and Io. And then the love date, Rhea and Io showed each other at the end of it, after the cameras went off the air, you know, on the post show when they were hugging each other in the ring. They walked down the ramp and they were sitting in the entrance, and then Rhea and Io were sitting in the entrance, and Rhea said, "We did it, Io. We main evented Evolution." And she told Io that she loved her, and then Rhea did, before they left the ring, Rhea did Io's thing. That was pretty cool, where Io goes like that. But yeah, I'm giving this match, because every match on this card, no matter what, was a definite 4 to 5 star match, except for Jade and Naomi. That could have been a debatable 3.5, but even though, if you took that match off, this match for almost anybody's probably at least a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give it, even though I didn't really care for the Jade and Naomi match that much, and that match was the only match I really didn't care for on the card. They could have kept it off the card and just had 6 matches, but I'm still giving this PLE as a whole a 10 out of 10. Best PLE of the year so far. I have never given a PLE a 10 out of 10. This is the first time and probably the only last time, maybe. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for Women's Evolution. If you haven't watched it, go watch. You won't be disappointed. I would also say, not a moment of night, but probably the best thing I heard all night as far as a promo was in the post show when Big E said, "We're going to get to the Naomi thing in a minute, but I just want to say something," because he talked about how that was match of the night, and he said, you know, in this business, sometimes this business will leave you heartbroken, disappointed. It will question why you still watch this business. And then you get nights like tonight, moments like the main event that make you realize, it makes you feel something. It gives you all emotion in the world. You can tell it in me right now talking about this. I've said for years, these women, they deserve better. I said it back in the day when they were doing bra and panties match, and they were just like, hey, they deserved better. Some of these women are way better than the freaking man on this card. But with that being said, with what Big E said last night, that this business will leave you heartbroken. It will leave you disappointed. It will question why you still watch. I've had them moments. Why do I still watch this crap?